Hello and welcome back to another video. So today we are doing a good old-fashioned book haul because there were some book sales and other books that I wanted to read, and of course I bought quite a bit of books. It was a total of 10 books only in the physical copy because we are going to include the Kindle ones too. So let's just get started, shall we? Let's start by, I would say, chronological order, but I'm not 100% sure the chronological order of exactly buying this book, so let's start anyways from the oldest one, the oldest purchase. This one I bought right at the beginning of the year. I still haven't read it, but I really want to because I spent quite a bit of time on BookTok. I already wrote, and I think it is a shame that even though I spent quite a bit of time on BookTok, I haven't read the most famous and popular BookTok book, or at least the one that appears the most, which is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I actually never read Colleen Hoover, even though she's a very popular writer, so no. I bought the book because I am curious. All I know about this book it is that besides what BookTok tells you, this is not a romance, and also there is a film in production that will star Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, so that's pretty much it. I know there was also a controversy about a coloring book. That's everything I know about It Ends With Us, but hopefully I will read this soon and find out what all the hype is about. Another one I bought quite a bit of time, the last one in the pile, and by a bit of time I mean it was on my birthday, because this was my birthday gift for myself. It is the Costume History by Auguste Hassinet, and it is a beautiful book, and as the title would suggest, it is a book that explores the history of costumes and clothing. And I've been kind of looking to buy this book for a while, so when it came time to my birthday, I just decided to gift me the book. And I think it's so pretty and it smells amazing. It smells like a book, and I love the smell of books. Now let's move on to my latest pile of books, the one that arrived quite recently. And there are 10 of them because I bought 10 books at once. Again, for my defense, it was on sale, and it's been a while since I bought books, besides those two ones. But let's start. The first one in my pile is Foundation by Isaac Asimov. This is a classic... Move this pile. This is a classic sci-fi novel, and as a fan of sci-fi, I was always very curious, and all I know about this book is that it has a chaotic empire, so it takes place in the space, and it is a classic novel in sci-fi. And as a fan of sci-fi books, and also as a fan of Star Wars, this just seemed like something I would enjoy, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm quite excited to read this one because Star Wars vibe, and yeah, I think I should get my Chewbacca mug and drink some hot chocolate while reading this book. Apparently it is also a TV series on Apple TV or something on Apple TV, because there is that one sticker that never gets out in the cover. The next book also has a movie. I'm sure it has a movie because it's very famous, and it is another one I will be going almost completely blind, even though it is a classic, because I never watched the movie, I never read the books. I just heard people saying it is amazing, and this one is not sci-fi, it's fantasy. It is The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. Everything I know about the Lord of the Rings series is that there is a guy named Gandalf, and Orlando Bloom is in the movies. That's it. And because of that, I kind of want to read, because also it seems like you know those moments that it seems like the world is sending you a message that there's something that is fate. For me, it was with The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. I remember going to a bookstore right at the beginning of the year, and there was this table full of only beautiful copies of The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings series, and I was very intrigued by that table because, again, very beautiful covers. And then shortly after, I was watching YouTube and the person said they loved The Hobbit, and then later I was talking with someone, they said they loved the Lord of the Rings books, the Tolkien universe, and then I was reading a book and the main characters, they loved Tolkien, and then another person said they loved Tolkien. So I was like, is a word trying to tell me I should read Tolkien? Because in all my years of life, I had never heard so many people or characters talk about Tolkien and the Lord of the Rings series as often as I had in these past 6 months. So I got the book and we'll find out what the hype is about. Another book I want to find out what the hype is about, because this time it's not because I saw a table of books, nor because I was talking with people and they said they love this book. It's just because of BookTok, and it is The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. I already read a book by Lynn Painter, I think it's called Accidentally Amy or something like that, and I enjoyed it. It was a sweet rom-com. And then when I read what this book was about, it seemed interesting. It tells the story of Emily. It tells the story of Emily Hornby. Apparently, her Valentine's Day was a dumpster fire, and she escapes to her grandmother's house for some much-needed girl talk and companionship. There, Emily passes out on the couch, but when she wakes up, she's back home in her own bed. That's not the only shocker, though. Somehow, it's Valentine's Day again, and the next day, another disaster V-Day. It seems that Emily is stuck in some sort of time loop nightmare that she can't wake up from as she rewatches her boyfriend Josh cheat on her day after day. In addition to Josh's recurring infidelity, Emily can't get away from the enigmatic Nick, whom she keeps running into, sometimes literally, in unfortunate ways. How many days can one girl spend passively watching her life go up in flames? And when something good starts to come out of these terrible days, what happens when the universe stops doling out do-overs? So I think this is an interesting idea, and it reminded me of the first season of Russian Doll, which I remember loving that season. So when I saw this on sale, I needed to get it and find out what the hype is about. How many months it will take me to read it, I don't know, but I have the book and I plan on reading it. Another one I'm excited to see what the hype is about is Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I already read Beach Read by Emily Henry and I really enjoyed that book, so I want to read Book Lovers because, you know, I already like one book of hers. I am a book lover, and apparently this book is really nice, at least according to BookTok and BookTube. So let's read Book Lovers. And I bought 2 books by the same author because I was interested in the books and I already read the author. It is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and apparently this one follows the 4 kids from Mick Riva, which was one of the husbands from Evelyn Hugo. So interesting. And the next one is Carrie Soto is Back, and apparently it is about a tennis player that decides to come back from her retired life. She retires and then she decides to come back because she wants to break some kind of record. And I bought it because it seems interesting. And also I think it's really interesting and really clever to have all the books from Taylor Jenkins Reid in the same universe, because I'm kind of more curious about them. I'm kind of more curious about how these stories interlace with each other. So I have 2 Taylor Jenkins Reid books to read. Hopefully before they turn it into a TV series or a movie, because it's Taylor Jenkins Reid, they probably will turn it into a TV series or a movie. Next one, we have a book that I've been convinced not only by BookTok but actually by regular TV to buy, which is The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. Haig. Please tell me how to pronounce correctly the name. But apparently it is about a woman that goes to a library and starts to travel to multiple universes through books. This is one I was convinced by the Book Leo to buy, because Book Leo loves this book, and also BookTok loves this book. They love Cardan, and I say talking about my mom because she saw this book and I think she might read it before me, which would be a rare thing considering she usually doesn't like my books. But apparently this one she was very interested, and it is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. And everything I know about this book is that it involves fairies, and apparently they're not nice fairies, and people love Cardan, and Cardan apparently is a prince, and that's what I know about the book. I didn't even read what it was about. I just went on the Book Leo recommending this book. Because I believe the last time I consumed fairy entertainment, some kind of fairy content, was the Tinkerbell movies. And that's my idea of fairies is Tinkerbell. And apparently, Cruel Prince, the fairies in this book, are not Tinkerbell. So let's dive into this world. And again, no, I've been spending way too much time on BookTok, and if I'm going to be honest, this name also seems attractive. It is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and apparently it is a girl investigating the murder of someone. And the last physical book that I bought was The Switch by Beth O'Leary, and apparently it is about people that switch apartments. Now, moving on to the Kindle, and that's when things will get interesting. You see why. Let me open the damn Kindle and check the books, because I did fuck up.
So, scroll.
So I found it. So there was this thing on Amazon where they were having a lot of books for zero, like, it was not Kindle Unlimited, but they cost anything, so I ended up buying a bunch of these books that cost anything, just because I am really shit at saying no to books that are free. So I don't really remember what many of these books are about. The first one is All Last Summer by Stephanie J. Scott, and I don't know what this is about. Let me turn off airplane mode. Sometimes life doesn't go according to plan. My summer was planned from packing lists to trip itineraries, or so I thought. It's the night before my trip abroad, and my boyfriend Matt showed up at a party with another girl, the boyfriend I'm supposed to spend 7 weeks with in Brazil. No way can I board that plane. With my trip tickets ripped up and the money down the drain, I owe my parents big time. The only job hiring me is Titov, the driving range that just so happens to employ Matt's trio of best friends. Matt's friends don't like my presence on their artificial turf, so pranking me becomes their second part-time job. They definitely don't want me winning the bonus money our boss is offering for an idea to improve the business. By chance on a summer night, my Matt's head crony best friend Aiden is there for me when no one else is around. Turns out he and Matt haven't been close for a while. Aiden begins to see through to the real me, the me I'd kept from Matt to be the person I've always longed to be. Popular with a boyfriend, all according to plan. Now I have a new problem. I'm falling for the enemy. So yeah, I remember why I was interested in this book. Apparently it is first an enemies to lover, and they mention Brazil, and I'm from Brazil, and as many Brazilians, I have a soft spot for foreign books or foreign media that mentions Brazil, and I want to see how they describe my country. No, for a moment I thought I bought the same book twice, but no, it's a different book, and you understand later why I was worried about that. Next, I've got Finding Cinderella from Colin Hoover because it was for free. And again, I never read Colin Hoover, I don't know what this book is about. Then we have Wrong Text, Right Love by Claudia Burgo. It's an opposites attract romantic comedy. It's about someone drunk texting the wrong person. It's a rom-com. Then we have another opposites attract. This one is called Opposites Attract by Camilla Isley. No, don't download it, I accidentally downloaded the book, but it's okay. I also got A Very Merry Romance by Lisa K. Adams. This one I actually paid for it because I read the whole romance series so far, and I wanted to read this one because I like finishing my series. Next we have Enemies with Benefits by Roxy Noir. Please don't download this book again. This is another one that was for free on Amazon. Enemies with Benefits is an enemies to lovers romance from the Loveless Brothers Romance Book 1. Oh yeah, and here we have the first book that I made with Kindle. So there was this book for sale, and for sale I mean it was free on Amazon, called Fake It to the Limit, which was kind of a mystery book series apparently, but also the cover is giving me romance, and it was for sale, so I kind of bought it, and it was for free, so I decided no, I'll get it because it is for free, so what's the harm that I can do? So the thing is, apparently this book involves cops, but the problem is not that the book involves cops. It's that this book is the first one in a series of 3 books. The other 2 books weren't free, and after I got the free book, I just opened my email and said, "Congratulations on your purchase," and then I saw this price and I was like, but the book was free, and that's when I realized I somehow pressed some kind of button and I bought all 3 books from the series. I have no idea what the other 2 books are about. One is called Too Much Crime on My Hands, and the other is You're the Count That I Want. And again, they seem to be like mysteries, kind of crime related, and I don't know what to expect because I never heard of these books. I have no idea what they're about. And there's a thing, again, with this type of books with murder, books with some kind of crime, for me to like them, they need to be a little bit campy, so will those books be campy enough, and will they be worth the money I accidentally spend by pressing the wrong button? Let's find out. But going on to more free books on Amazon, it's one called Mini at the Bus Stop by MJ Ray. This one, the first thing out, guys, it involves a bus stop. Yeah, apparently it takes place in high school, so let's see if I enjoy that, because I'm a bit older and a bit no longer in my high school years. So let's see if I like it, because also I'm already quite a long time removed. So maybe I will enjoy some kind of high school romance novel, even though will I feel weird reading about teenagers. Next book is, oh yeah, no! I only made one fuck up, because I bought the Switch by Beth O'Leary. So for a moment I thought I bought it twice. I had this feeling I bought the Switch twice. But no, the other book I bought by Beth O'Leary was actually The Flat Share, which is the one about two people that are sharing a flat but they don't know each other. Thank you. Thank you. I'm a genius. I know I didn't buy the same book twice. I just bought a whole series accidentally, but I didn't buy the whole book twice. I deserve a prize. I'm going to get some chocolate for congratulating myself on this amazing achievement. So yeah, that's basically all the books I got. Oh my god, I'm downloading another book. That's all the books I got recently, which shouldn't count because like here we have 10. Okay, I didn't download only one book. I downloaded 2 books accidentally. I need to rest my little fingers on my Kindle so I can stop downloading books by accident. So, for the books that I actually bought, I have 10 here, 11, 12. Kidding, there is one more book that I bought, but I forgot to add because I'm already reading that one, and it is The No-Show by Beth O'Leary. So The No-Show is about 3 women that get stood up on Valentine's Day by the same guy, and I'm already reading this one. I'm 36% in, and so far I'm loving it. But let's go back. Let's count all the books I got this year. So we have 10 here. So 12 plus 10, we have 22. So I got 22 books this year, besides the ones from Kindle Unlimited and Prime Reading. So I would guess my reading life, my reading hobby will be really well fed for quite some time, because you know we have quite a bit to read. Bye.